Hello guys, welcome to my channel. So in this video I'll be talking about the synchronous microservice communication. So in that I'll be explaining about the REST templates. So REST templates is a legacy approach, that is it is deprecated, but still why we are learning this is because there are some companies which are using this legacy approach, so you should know how to work on the REST template. That's why I am going through develop the two microservices and try to make the interaction between them with the help of REST template. So what is the agenda of this video is, so basically we will be setting up two Spring Boot services, and then we will try to make a communication using the REST template, and then we will see why REST template is deprecated. So that is the agenda of this video. So basically in our e-commerce application we have seen that there are order service and inventory service, that is the product service. I call it as inventory service. Order service is making a call to the inventory service to make sure whether the product is available. So I have developed two services. Let's see those two services. One is order controller. So this is the order service. So you can go to Spring Initializer and you can select the package name and like your service name and Java 17 and the build tool as Maven, and you need to add Spring Web dependency. So after that you just download that file, extract it, and then import it into the IntelliJ. So that is what I have done. So what I did was I created three packages. One is config package, controller package, and service package. In the controller package I annotated with @rest controller, and I given rest map request mapping as slash order because this is a order service. And in the controller, so I auto override the order service, and I am injecting through the constructor, that is I am doing constructor injection. And this order service has one post mapping, that is this order service has one method to place the order. So I will be passing this product id, and I am using path variable in order to extract this product id in the string, and after that I am calling the order service method in order to place the order. And in the order service method what I am doing is I am annotating with @service, and I am using a REST template. Okay, just remember I am using REST template. So this is a part of Spring Web only dependency. So Spring this REST template, as you can see, if I go here, this REST template is the just a class. Okay, it's not a bean. So in order to convert that into a bean, I created a config class, and I created REST template config, and I added the configuration annotation. And if you want to convert any predefined class into the bean, so we will be using this bean annotation, right? So public, it is returning REST template, and name of the like reference variable to that REST template is REST template, and I am returning new REST template. So that is what I am auto wiring. Like if you don't auto wire also, it will take, because as there is only one constructor injection, so I am injecting to the constructor. So this is what I am doing. So in the place order method, what I am doing is I am anyway I am accepting the product id, and with the help of this REST template I am calling my inventory service. So I am going to explain that as well. Inventory service, what I am doing is I am just using a REST template, and there is one method called as get for object. I am calling that get for object method, and I am passing this URI of the inventory service, that is localhost 8081. It is running on port number 8081 and inventory, and I am passing the product ID. And what is this API is returning? It is returning as the string. So that's why I returned string dot class. So let's see our, this is our order service, and in the application dot properties I set the server dot port as 8080. So let's see our inventory service. So inventory service, in the same way it has the controller, inventory controller. So annotated with @rest controller, then slash inventory. It is a get mapping. So I am accepting the product ID, and I am catching it in the path variable. And what I am checking is if product ID dot equals 1, then I am returning in stock. If it is other than 1, I am returning out of stock. So this is the ternary operator that I am using over here. So this is the simple application I have developed. And how I am calling this inventory service means, as you can see, with the help of REST template in the service, I am using this REST template, and whenever, if in stock, if the response is coming, if I am passing the order ID as one, I am coming getting the response as in stock. If in stock dot equals in stock, I am returning the message as order placed successfully. If other than in stock, then I am returning product out of stock, because if I pass to, then I am getting out of stock as the response. Then since I am comparing only in stock dot equals, other than in stock, if anything is there, so it will say product out of stock. So what I did was, I run these applications individually. So first I run this order service, and order one, it says order placed. So before communicating, I just tried this, and I tried the inventory service as well, 8081 inventory one, and it is also saying in stock. So let's try to run these applications. So what I am doing is, I am running this application. I am running this order service. You can see our order service is getting started. In the meanwhile time, we run this inventory service as well. Yeah, order service, you can see it is started on port number 8080, and inventory service, it is also starting. Let's wait. Yeah, it also started on port number 8081. You can see it is started on port number 8081. So now what I am doing is, I am going to the postman, and there is one endpoint, okay, in the post. So I am calling this post endpoint. I am calling what I am calling, this is the order controller. I am slash order and passing the order ID 1. Okay, as soon as I hit this endpoint, yeah, I got the output as order placed successfully. That means the order is placed successfully. And also you can see, I just invoke the order API. I have not invoked any inventory API, but you can see in the inventory, I just added one SOP statement. See here, I just added one SOP statement. It is getting printed. That means this order service is calling the inventory service. It is making the REST call. With the help of REST template, it is calling this inventory service. That's why you got this. Let's try to pass another ID, which is out of stock. This is, so I should get the response as product out of stock. And also you can see it is printing checking inventory for 2. That means when I call the order service, the order service is calling the inventory service, and from that it is returning the response. This is what it means. And yeah, you are getting the output from here, this one, product. Let's go to the service, product out of stock. Here, from here it is returning this output. That is what you got here, product out of stock. Let's try to debug this application. So what I am doing is, I am running these applications in the debug mode. So let's keep some of the endpoints, sorry, breakpoints. Let's stop this application, and I am trying to run this application in the debug mode. So let's run it in debug mode, and also I will try, then I will stop the another inventory application, and I will also try to run it in debug mode as well. So I am running both applications in debug mode. Let's see whether, yeah, I think the order service has started. And what about this one, inventory service? Yeah, even the inventory service is started. Okay, so what I will do means, I'll go to the postman, and I'll hit this endpoint. You can see here the request has come, and the request, it is going to, for example, if I evaluate the expression, if I take this expression, and if I, there is something called as, yeah, evaluate expression. If I click on that evaluate expression, and if I click on evaluate, it is, you can see you are in order service, it will take you to the inventory service. See, you came to the inventory service. That means that expression is taking you to the inventory service. And if you go next, this is the one, the product id we have sent is 1. You can see in the 16th line it is saying true. Why? Because the product id is equal and it should return in stock. And if I go further, this is done, I think. We went to the order service, this is done, and we try to go to the next line, inventory controller, this is also done, this is true. And if you go to the order service and try to come out, and you can see in the postman you got the output as order placed successfully. That means our order service is calling the inventory service. So I think you have understood the how it is working. Now let's see, and also you can see, if I go to the order service, let's stop these applications from running. Yeah, those applications are stopped. And also you can see in the rest template there are so many methods. Like if I call rest template dot, then we have get for object. Get for object is used to for get mapping, and we have post for entity as well, this is for post mapping, and you have put as well, that is for put mapping. So these are also overloaded methods you have in the rest template. With this you can send different types of request. So let's see why the rest template is deprecated. So let's try to understand why it is deprecated. The thing is, why REST template is deprecated means it is outdated API design. What do you mean by outdated API design? Means it uses older API style with multiple overloaded methods. I showed you, right? Get for object, get for entity, so many things. Multiple overloaded methods, making it less intuitive compared to modern fluent APIs. I will explain what is fluent APIs in the next video. So these overloaded methods nobody is using in nowadays. And you can see, if you go to this REST template, let's try to go here and see the source. REST template and REST client share the same infrastructure. You can see all those are same. They are only asking you to use REST client because REST template is deprecated, so they are directly asking you to do REST client. REST client offers more modern API for synchronous HTTP access. So that is what we are seeing here. And it is difficult to extend and maintain, and over time REST template becomes difficult to evolve because of its large and complex API and not suitable for modern scalable systems. Yeah, because modern microservices require non-blocking, that is asynchronous communication, whereas this REST template does not support that. So that is one of the reason. And this REST template is replaced by REST client, that is for synchronous communication. And we have something known as web client that allows you to handle asynchronous communication. And also if you go for Spring documentation, you can see in the REST clients, REST client is used for synchronous client with fluent API, and web client is non-blocking, and that is reactive client with fluent API. So we'll see what is this REST client in the next video. And this REST template that we have seen right now, this is deprecated. And I think you have understood what is synchronous microservice communication, how we achieve through the REST template, and why it is deprecated, and what is the alternative for REST template, that is the REST client. You have seen all the concept related to REST template. And if you have anything, please type it in the comment section. And thank you so much for watching.